Oh, hey everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the RNGIDP channel. I'm Craig. Twitter is at RNGIDP_Strat. And happy to have you here on the channel. Happy to have you here watching some Strat-O-Matic baseball. So today we have two teams at the top of the division. If you're new here, what I've done is I've randomized all the teams, completely randomized, and I'm playing a shortened season with these teams. And I'm happy to have you here. Tonight we're in Los Angeles as the Los Angeles duo hosts the Atlanta Braviary. Atlanta is one of the few, I wouldn't say dominant, but few excellent teams in the KL. They are 8-3 coming into this game, sitting 4th in the standings. Atlanta, they lost their last game against the second-ranked team, Milwaukee. They lost 5-3 their last game, and they've lost 2 in a row now. They're looking to snap that streak and get back to their winning ways. Los Angeles has been up and down. Their run differential is +17. They've won in some blowouts, and their record is 6-5, and they sit in 6th in the Kanto League. Their last game yesterday in game day 12, they won 5-4 against the lousy Cincinnati Loudreds. So they, I mean, that's a good win for them. It was closer than it probably should have been, but today we've got a good pitching matchup. We've got Jared Cozart at 2-0 for the for the Atlanta Braviary. His ERA is pretty good, 2.25. Like I said, 2-0. Los Angeles is pitching AJ Burnett. He's 2-0 as well, getting it done a little different way. His ERA is a 4.50. So we'll get through lineups here pretty quickly, and we'll get this thing started. So, AJ Burnett is ready to roll. As you can see here, I've got the ballpark effects in effect for today. I play advanced rules, however I use the ballpark effect. Los Angeles, they're not going to give up many singles. That ballpark is stingy. 1 to 2 roll is a single. However, it's a little bit better than a 50-50 shot for a home run on ballpark home runs. All right, so Burnett will be Los Angeles' pitcher. And let's go through the Atlanta lineup. Hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. Hope Black Friday treated you well. Took advantage of some sales. But here we go with some baseball. So Atlanta has no injuries to account for, so they're batting their normal everyday lineup. And that includes Chase Headley, the switch hitter, leading off at third base. Marcell Ozuna in center field, hitting second. I should give you some stats while we're looking at this. 1 second. Marcell Ozuna is hitting 191. 2 homers, 2 ribbies. Troy Tulowitzki hitting right-handed, the shortstop, hitting third. Tulo is hitting 156 on the year. Only 1 homer and 1 RBI. He's struggling a little bit. Mark Teixeira will play first base, hitting 186. He's got 4 home runs and 7 bombs, but also 14 strikeouts. Nick Markakis, the lefty, in right field, hitting 5th. Nick Markakis is probably, well, he's not probably, he is the best hitter so far for Atlanta. He's hitting 349, 1 homer, 4 RBI. Chase Utley is a lefty, hitting 6th at second base. Chase Utley he's hitting a putrid 175 below the Mendoza line. 2 homers, 8 RBIs for him. Jackie Bradley Jr. hitting 212, 2 homers, 6 RBI, hitting left-handed and in the 7th hole. Martin Maldonado doing the catching, hitting 8th. Maldonado is hitting a $150 with no homers, no ribbies. And Jared Cozart is using the number 1 hitter's card. So not much on that one as that goes. We'll look at the LA lineup at the bottom half of the inning. But I think we're ready. Warm-up pitches have been tossed. And I think it's time for a little baseball. Chase Headley will lead off as the 8-3 Atlanta Braviary. 4th in the KL. Look to get back to the winning ways. So it's a leadoff pitch. That's a 6-7, and that has a chance at a single. 1-19, and it's a 20. So already some bad luck to start the. Oh, I almost put a single there myself. So 3-1. That's the first out of the inning. A grounder to first on a 1-19 roll, and I roll a 20. That's a rough way to start the game for for Atlanta's bats, who are in need of some seeing eye singles to average out how bad they've been recently. And all right, so this is a 1-11 for Marcell Ozuna, which is a single chance, a ballpark single chance. That's a 1-2 chance, not very good, and that's not going to be it either. So that is going to be a line out to shortstop. And Troy Tulowitzki, former Rocky, steps in. I could hear them chanting the chant they've every time he came up to bat. I can still hear it. And that is a 1-10. And he gets hit by that pitch. So Tulo is on with a hit by a pitch. He is an E-rated stealer, so he is not having many wheels, and he's not going anywhere. Mark Teixeira, though, there's a man on for Teixeira, and that's a 3-6, and that's a walk. So Teixeira reaches, and now maybe they got a little something going here with 2 outs. 2 men on for Nick Markakis, who's been their best hitter. 349 average coming into the game. And let's see what he can do. This is a 2-4, a 2-4. Oh boy. 1-9 is a homer. 10-20 is a double. And that was a 9 itself. And so that is a home run. Nick Markakis continue to stay hot. A 3-run shot in the top of the first inning with 2 outs. And that is going to hurt your ERA when you give up walks, hit a batter. It was unnecessary, especially with 2 outs, to do that. And that's a big 3-run shot to start the game for LA. Not for LA, for Atlanta. 3 ribbies for Markakis. And the home crowd, who we know in LA, probably hasn't even gotten to their seats yet, is stunned to look at the scoreboard on the way in and find that they're already down by 3 runs. This is a 2-9 for Chase Utley, and that's going to be a ground out to shortstop. So the inning ends, but not before Nick Markakis puts a dent in one and gives the visiting Atlanta Braviary a 3-0 lead. So the opposing pitcher, Jared Cozart, has to be happy about that. And let me pull up the statistics for Los Angeles, and we'll give you their batting order. So the bottom of the first, Los Angeles will line up this way. Mookie Betts is going to be hitting leadoff, and in center field, Mookie Betts hitting .308, 3 homers, 5 ribbies. DJ LeMahieu, who if the season ended today, and if I'm the only vote, I'm voting him for MVP of the league so far. DJ LeMahieu hitting second at second base, and he is hitting, only 500 through 11 games. He is 25 of 50, 4 doubles, 3 triples, a home run, 7 ribbies, and 9 stolen bases to go with that. He's leading the league in that category. Hitting third is Christian Yelich in left field. Yelich was hurt for a while. He's only got 3 hits on the season, none of them homers. Buster Posey is the catcher hitting cleanup. Buster Posey hitting .304. No homers yet, but 4 ribbies. Adam LaRoche is the first baseman hitting left-handed, and he's in the 5 hole. Adam LaRoche is hitting .200 with 2 homers and 6 ribbies. Michael Morse. See, this is where we get a little dicey because LA has some injuries to key positions that they're trying to fill. They got injured Johnny Giovatella, who is their only carded shortstop. And so that's been a long-term injury. So Scooter Gennett has been filling in for him for the whole time. But now Travis Shaw, the third baseman, is hurt, and he's their only carded third baseman. So Michael Morse, hitting sixth and right-handed, is filling in for Travis Shaw at third, but he's not carded for it, so this could be dicey. Michael Morse is in limited duty, 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Scooter Gennett, like I mentioned before, he's playing shortstop even though he's not carded for it, so that whole left side of the infield is dicey. And he's hitting left-handed in seventh. Scooter Gennett, he is hitting 343 in the place of Giovatella, so he's not doing too bad himself. Aaron Hicks will be the right fielder and hitting switch hitter, 8th hole, and that is above A.J. Burnett, who A.J. Burnett must be a pretty good hitter. He's got a number 6 card, so we'll see how that plays out. And like I said, Jared Cozart will be the pitcher for Atlanta. He's 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA on the season. Just getting started here. It's the bottom of the first. And we are on the RNGIDP channel. I'm Craig, and here we go. Bottom of the first. It's a 1-7. A 1-7 is a strikeout for Mookie Betts. First strikeout of the game for either team. And now the MVP himself so far, DJ LeMahieu, comes up. DJ LeMahieu, and that's a 4-2, which will be a first base chance, and Teixeira is the first baseman. And Teixeira is not bad. I thought he would be worse. He is a 2-range first baseman, and that goes to his error rating regardless. And he is an E5, so not bad. And that's a 6. E5, a 6 is a ground ball A. So somebody actually got DJ LeMahieu out. Teixeira makes the pick, tosses it over to Cozart, and there's 2 quick outs. Christian Yelich now, stepping in from the left-hand side against the right-hander Jared Cozart. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-2, and Christian Yelich has reached. He got hit by that ball. And this is how the rally started in the top half of the first. Tulowitzki got hit by a pitch. The guy behind him walked, Teixeira, and Markakis hits a 3-run homer. Let's see what Buster Posey has in mind. It's a 3-2. A 3-2 is a walk. Snake Eyes has come up. I think that's the 3rd time this game. So a hit by pitch and a walk in the top half, and a hit by pitch and a walk in the bottom half. I didn't mean to make that mark on Buster Posey's card. I'll have to erase that unless he advances. And Adam LaRoche here. See if Adam LaRoche can pull a Nick Markakis, the lefty, off Jared Cozart. It's a 2-7. A 2-7 is a walk, so that mark can stay. And now the bases are loaded. So a 2-out back-to-back walks. And Michael Morse, in place of Travis Shaw, can make his teammates happy with his presence. That one column looks pretty good. So let's see. And it's a 1-7. 1-7 is a single to left field. No stars, so we get 1 run. Let's see about Posey, how quick a runner he is. Let's score this run first. And then let's see. Buster Posey is a 1-11 runner. There's 2 outs, so that makes it 1-13. They're not holding him, so it's a 1-14. This was a single to left field. The left fielder was Jackie Bradley Jr. Bradley Jr. is a -3. So that'd be a 1-11 chance. So they're going to hold him. They're going to hold Buster Posey at third. He was rumbling around the bases, but a 1-11, and they're not going to send him. Scooter Gennett continues with the bases loaded. And we'll see if Scooter Gennett can continue to be somewhat of a menace. This is a 5-10. 5-10 is a catcher X. The catcher is Martin Maldonado, and he is a 3 range. So 3 range, 13 is a ground ball B. So Scooter Gennett dribbles one out in front of the plate. Maldonado picks it up, tosses it over to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they leave him loaded. Maybe we should have sent Posey after all. But they get a run back, 3-1. 3-1 Atlanta leading after the first inning over the Los Angeles Duo. AJ Burnett comes back out looking a little shell-shocked after the Nick Markakis home run. It's a 1-5 for the batter, Jackie Bradley Jr., and he strikes him out. So Burnett shakes the cobwebs off and strikes out the leadoff batter here in the top of the second. 4 is a shortstop X chance to the catcher, Martin Maldonado. The shortstop, we know that left side of the infield is rough. They are not carded for shortstop. I guess I don't even need to look at the card. A 5-3 is a single. So Martin Maldonado, any ball hit to that left-hand side is going to be pretty good. And the pitcher, Jared Cozart, comes up. Jared Cozart getting the swing away sign. It's a 5-9, and he swings right through those pitches, and he strikes out. Second strikeout of the game for AJ Burnett. Second strikeout of the inning for him. And now there's 2 down with a man on first. That man is Martin Maldonado, the catcher. Chase Headley, who on a 1-19 roll, he rolled a 20 and grounded out to first. This is a 5-10. A 5-10 is a walk. So AJ Burnett having some 2-out walk problems. And this one may come back to bite him again. Marcell Ozuna lined out to the shortstop his first time up. 1-5 is going to be a little bit better. A 1-12 is a double. And it is a double, 2 stars. So Ozuna gets a hold of that one. Hit it hard this first time up, but right at a guy. This time, it's in the gap, and that will score Maldonado from second. So Burnett not missing many bats. And when he does, it's a walk usually. And there is a RBI for Marcell Ozuna. So Ozuna and Headley are on second and third, with Troy Tulowitzki coming up. 2 outs, top of the second. It's a 1-6, and that one is back to the pitcher. Burnett, he picks it up, tosses it over to LaRoche, and he gets out of the inning with only giving up 1 run. So in the top of the second, Atlanta scrapes by with another run off a double from Ozuna, and they've got a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. Aaron Hicks, the right fielder for Los Angeles, steps in, and this is a single chance, ballpark single chance, 1-2, and that's a 10. So that will be a line out to second base. Line out to second base. So 1 out, and the decent hitting pitcher, AJ Burnett, is up for his first at bat. Oops, that is a 4. 4-4 is a third base X chance. The third baseman is Chase Headley. And Chase Headley is a 3 range third baseman. 315 is a ground ball C. So Headley is able to make the play and get A.J. Burnett, who is jogging up the first baseline. Mookie Betts struck out to open up the bottom half of the first his last time up. And now he finds himself up with nobody on and 2 outs. 3-7, and he grounds this one to the shortstop, Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki fires a cannon over to first, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Cozart in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third, and it is 4-1. Atlanta leading Los Angeles. A.J. Burnett pitches to Mark Teixeira. Mark Teixeira hitting as a lefty. That's a shortstop X chance, which is not good. It is not good for Scooter Gennett. 5-5, and that's a single. Scooter Gennett is having a rough day over there. Actually, that was to short. And now Nick Markakis comes on with another man on. Markakis hit a 3-run shot in the first inning, and he's got a man on here with nobody outs. Nobody out. That's a 1-3. A 1-3 is a grounder to the first baseman. The first baseman, Adam LaRoche, tosses it to the shortstop. Shortstop back to third, and they can't complete the double play. It's a fielder's choice. 3-6. Teixeira is out at second, and now Markakis is on first base. So there's an out now, and Chase Utley, who hit one to the shortstop his last time up, is at the bat. This is a fly ball to Christian Yelich out there in left. Christian Yelich is a pretty good fielder. Let me check his card just to make sure. He is a left field 1 rated, and that is an 11, but that's going to go to his error rating, which he rolls a 7. He's an E3, and a 7 under the E3 is a fly ball B. So no advancement. That one's a fly out to left field in Yelich. Second out of the inning, and Utley is retired. 3 lefties in a row in the lineup here. This is the third one, Jackie Bradley Jr. 2 outs, man on first, and it's a 1-8. A 1-8 is a walk. And A.J. Burnett with the 2-out walks. That's hurt him already, and it could hurt him again as Jackie Bradley Jr. reaches 2 down, 2 on for Martin Maldonado. And I assume they'd be pretty careful here with Martin Maldonado after he singled his last time up, and the pitcher, weak-hitting pitcher behind him. So 3-5, and Maldonado can't do anything. Strikes out. The third strikeout for Burnett, and the third out of the third inning. All the 3s. So it's the first time that Atlanta hasn't scored in an inning. A.J. Burnett has to be feeling pretty good about that. Jared Cozart now has to deal with DJ LeMahieu, whose average dipped under 500 with his first at-bat. That's a 5. That was a 3. So 4-5 is a grounder to third base, and DJ LeMahieu has made 2 outs here. Christian Yelich with nobody out. With nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the third. This is a 2-9, and that one column, there's one little number without any bold ink, and that is a strikeout. And Cozart is able to find it. That's his second strikeout, second out of the third inning. And Buster Posey. Cozart's working quickly here. A 1-9. And that's a foul out to his opposite number, the catcher, Martin Maldonado. And a 1-2-3 quick inning for Jared Cozart, who's starting to feel it. We move to the fourth. It's a 4-1 ball game. Atlanta continues to lead after a quick start to this one. 3 runs in the first inning. A.J. Burnett with the opposite number, his pitcher, up 5-6, and the opposite number, the pitcher, struck out his last time, but this is a single right up the gut to center field. Chase Headley walked, grounded out to first his last 2 at bats, and this is a 4-11, and that's a single chance. 1-2 is a single. That's a 16. That's a line out to second base. The pitcher scurries back to first as the knot gets doubled off. He makes it back. Marcell Ozuna drove in a run with the double his last time up. He's got a man on first, a duck on the pond. This is a 1-3, and a 1-3 is a walk. So Burnett being a little careful with Ozuna, but now he's got 2 on for Tulo. Troy Tulowitzki hit by a pitch, grounded out to the pitcher. His 2 times up to bat. This is a 1-7 and a strikeout. So Burnett, I would say, is being effectively wild at this point. Although I'm not sure how effective after he's given up 4 runs so far. So 2 men out, 2 on for Mark Teixeira here in the top of the 4th. 6-8, that's a second base chance. And the sure-handed Gold Glover DJ LeMahieu is at second base. He is a second baseman, number 1. And a 9 will go to his E rating, though. He is an E10 and a roll to 5. A 5 just barely makes the play. That's the edge of the error rating. And he's able to scoop it up, make a nice toss, and barely get Mark Teixeira at first base. So A.J. Burnett turns around and gives him a little tap on his glove to let him know he appreciates the fine defense behind him. And that's the end of the top half of the 4th inning. Jared Cozart looking to build on his strong last couple of innings. He's retired 7 in a row now. And Adam LaRoche, who walked his first time up, stands in. That's a 4-7, and that's a strikeout. So LaRoche strikes out to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. And that's 8 in a row sat down. Michael Morse, with his second at bat, singled his last time up. It's a 5-8. 5-8 is a second base X chance. And the second baseman for Atlanta is Chase Utley. Old man Chase Utley is a 4-range second baseman. And I rolled an 11, so that's going to his error rating. He's an E15, and that's a 12. I don't know about that. E15 and a 12 is a ground ball A. So Utley is able to make the play, and Michael Morse is out 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Jared Cozart now deals with Scooter Gennett. Scooter Gennett, that's a 6-5. A 6-5 is a strikeout. So Cozart dealing at this point after giving up that run in the first. Has shut down the LA Bats. And we move to the 5th. 4-1 ball game still. The man with the hot bat for Atlanta, Nick Markakis, makes his way. The lefty, 1 for 2 today with a homer, 3-run shot. This one looks good too, 2-8, and that's a single. So you just can't keep Markakis off the base paths. And he's aboard again. This time Chase Utley steps up, and that's a 6-3, which is a fly ball to the left fielder, Yelich. Yelich, we looked at him, but I don't remember what it was. He's a 1-ranged left fielder. A 1-6 is a fly ball that he's going to be able to get to, and that's the first out of the inning. Markakis isn't able to advance, and now Jackie Bradley is up. Markakis, in case you're wondering, is a E-stealer, and Buster Posey is behind the plate, so he's not going anywhere. 6-9 is a fly ball out to Yelich, and he makes the grab. 2 outs after 2 flyouts to Christian Yelich. Martin Maldonado, 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. That's a 2-7 and 2-7. This time it's a fly ball out to Mookie Betts in center. And Mookie Betts camps under it, makes the play, and that's a quick inning for A.J. Burnett. No 2-out walks for Burnett. Maybe he's learned his lesson so took to the 5th inning to do it, but maybe he did. Jared Cozart. Quick working Jared Cozart is back out there against the left-handed, well, I guess he's a switch hitter, but hitting left-handed this time, Aaron Hicks. And that one's hit to the left side of the infield to Scooter Gennett, and we know that's a rough one. Scooter Gennett is not playing in position. That is a 12, so that's going to go to his error rating, which he's the highest rated error we can get. And so we'll roll this. It's a 6. And a 6 will be a 1-base error. So that's the risk we have to take with some injuries here. Scooter Gennett has made quite a few errors over the time that Gio Vitella has been out. Wait a minute. I did that wrong. Hicks is up to bat, and so we're checking on Tulowitzki. And I believe that was... Let's check Tulo. You guys are probably yelling at me in the screen right now. Tulo is a 2. So it'd still go to the error rating. He is an E12. E12, and we rolled a 6. And so that will be a good play. So E12, a 6. That will be a good play. So Tulowitzki makes the play. So we didn't mess it up too bad. So that is a 6-3. I'm glad I caught that before we got too far down the road. I'm going to get my whiteout out. And I'm sorry, Scooter Gennett. I presumed that you were going to make the error. I just felt it. But not yet. Not this time. All right. So we're back on track. A.J. Burnett. Are they going to keep rolling with A.J. Burnett? I think they will. He hasn't given up a run since the 2nd inning. He's been pitching all right. So this is a 3-5. That's a grounder to the second baseman. Second baseman Utley scoops it up, tosses it over to Teixeira, and that's the 2nd out. Mookie Betts, 0 for 2 today. That's a 6-8. And there's that 1-19 single chance. It didn't work out for Headley, but hey, that's an 18, so just barely. So Mookie Betts Mookie Betts is aboard with a single. That's the first hit given up by Jared Cozart since the first inning. He had gone 12 hitters without giving up a hit. And Mookie Betts reaches on a 2-out single. Well, he's got the right guy behind him. DJ LeMahieu. 6-7. Oh, look, DJ LeMahieu continuing to get his hot streak. A 1-8 is a triple, and that is a 4. So look at that. DJ LeMahieu gets a hold of one into the gap, does what he does, and hits a triple. And Mookie Betts motors around and will score. DJ LeMahieu doing DJ LeMahieu things. I believe he leads the league in triples as well. If not, that probably put him over the edge. I can actually just check that right now. Triples. DJ LeMahieu has 3. He was in a tie for first, so that should put him in first place all by himself with 4 triples on the season. Now Christian Yelich and Cozart. His inning of weakness is 5th inning, so he's given up 2 hits here. This, after not giving up a hit in 4 innings, he could reach his point of weakness right here with this batter. This is a 5-3. A 5-3 is a single chance. 1-2 is a single. That is a 17. So that is going to be a liner to second base. And Utley makes the play out there. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So Cozart may be running out of gas. I know it's weird to say, but in the 5th, gives up another run. So this one gets a little bit tighter. 4-2 now. And wouldn't you know it, Cozart leads off the inning. So we're going to look at our bullpen and see what our options are. So their bullpen, they're pretty much all lefties. Which LA is putting out a pretty heavy lefty batting order lineup, I should say. So I guess we probably could go ahead and pinch hit for him. And I don't know. I can't remember who's on their bench. Yeah, they don't have many good. Man, this is a tough decision. Should we pinch hit Jared Cozart? No, I think they're gonna roll with him for. No, they're up 4-2. No, they're gonna roll with Cozart. You can second guess me if you like. 1-8, and that's a strikeout. They just need him to get back into the dugout as quickly as possible. Get that arm on ice. Or not on ice, but get it wrapped up and keep it warm. That's the 5th strikeout for Burnett. First out here in the top of the 6th inning. That's a 6. So Chase Headley now 6-4, and that's a fly ball to the center fielder, Ozuna. I don't think we've had to look at Ozuna's card yet. Ozuna is a center fielder 3 range. 316 is a fly out, a fly ball A. So Ozuna makes the play. 2 down. And oh no, I just did that again, didn't I? The center fielder is Mookie Betts. Jeez, Mookie Betts 216. It's going to be the same result. So I'm getting a little mixed up here. Ozuna is now up to bat. If you're just joining in, this is Craig at the RNGIDP channel. You can check out my Twitter at RNGIDP_strat for more information as to the league I'm doing, the project I'm rolling. But we are in the 6th inning. The Los Angeles Duo hosting the Atlanta Bravery. 6-5 for LA, 8-3 for Atlanta. And the score is 4-2. So Osuna comes up to bat. This is a grounder to shortstop. And we know this time that Jeanette is the actual shortstop, and he is not carded for that position. And so this will be a... Oh, that's a single 2-star. Jeanette can't get down quick enough. And that is a single for Osuna. Now, I know there are... If you move a left fielder or a right fielder, I know there's a chart, and I've used it. Outfielder conversion to play a guy that's not carded for a different outfielder position, and they don't take the big hit of being the highest error rating and the highest fielding position rating as possible. I wish there was one for corner infielder and middle infielder too. And maybe there is, and I just don't know about it. But I feel like there should be a middle infielder conversion chart and a corner outfielder conversion chart. That's something I wish they had, because Jeanette, in a pinch, if he had to play shortstop, I'm sure he could do it. He's a second baseman by trade. You would think he'd be able to play shortstop and not do it to a point. You know, he is a three range second baseman. So, I don't know, maybe he loses one range going over to short. Or maybe two. I get it. But don't have him have his error rating go all the way up. That seems a little much. Anyway, off my soapbox. Troy Tulowitzki is now up. He has been hit by a pitch, struck out, and grounded out to the pitcher. It's a 3-11. And here we go. This is a home run chance with Osuna on second. Home run chance, and that is a 20. So that is not going to do it. That is a long fly ball to left field, but it's not going to get out of here. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So Burnett is able to get around the single, the 2-out single, and he hasn't given up a run since the 2nd inning. Maybe he has figured out a little bit. And Jared Cozart comes out. And the manager put a little faith in him by letting him bat his last at bat. See if it can repay that faith. This is a 6-3 to Buster Posey. And that's a ballpark single chance, which is a 1-2. And that's a 10. So Posey is going to line out to shortstop for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Adam LaRoche now. Adam LaRoche has walked, struck out the first baseman. It's a 5-9. 5-9 is a strikeout. That is a point of weakness strikeout, but Cozart has not yet reached that. Almost did last inning. But now that is the 5th strikeout for Cozart. Michael Morse now. Morse is 1 for 2. 3-4 is a strikeout plus injury. So he's going to strike out. We're going to check the injury here. He's lumbering down first, trying to walk it off. See if he can walk it off. That's the 3rd out of the inning. The trainers are coming out to check on him. And we rolled a 5, so he's going to have to come out of the ball game. He is injured to the point of having to come out. So Morse getting helped off, limping slightly. He's going to be out for 1 game. So he was our injury replacement already at third base. And here's our bench. So I try and do injury replacements as as close to possible that they are at their position as I can. So in this case, we've got a center fielder in Burns, a center fielder in Buxton, a catcher in Molina, and a first baseman in Morneau. Morneau, I guess that's probably, unless we move somebody. Does anybody have any other ratings? Posey could go to first, and LaRoche could go to third. And we can bring in a different catcher. Or, yeah, you know what? We're just going to get Morneau. We'll have Morneau play third. Get your glove on, Morneau. I'm not sure you ever played third base in your MLB career. But you're going to have to play here. So this has kind of gone a little crazy for Los Angeles with the injuries. But Cozart does repay the faith in his manager. He does get out of the 6th inning. That was the 3rd out, strikes out the last 2 batters of that inning. And we move to the 7th. Okay, Mark Teixeira is up. And with Burnett will hit the next inning. Let's see who we got in the bullpen for LA. LA is all lefties. And that's okay because the lefty, they got switch hitter, lefty, 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 right, right. So they could go get a lefty here and get Burnett out of the game. It's the 7th inning. They're going to pitch to Teixeira, and let's see what happens. So Teixeira's up, the switch hitter. It's a 1-5. 1-5 is a strikeout. That is the 6th strikeout for Burnett. And Nick Markakis now. So Markakis, with him being up, and it's lefty central now, I think they are going to go to the bullpen, and they're going to go get the lefty specialist, Boone Logan. So that was some good work after starting out a little rough for A.J. Burnett. Figured it out and put together a pretty decent start. So he went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Those walks, man. 6 strikeouts, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 walks. It felt like a lot more, but only gave up 4 walks. And now the lefty, Boone Logan, comes in to try and get the last 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. So Nick Markakis, left on left, 1-10, and that's a grounder to the third baseman. Third baseman Justin Morneau. His first time playing third, and he makes the play over to the first baseman, LaRoche, who has a little giggle while he closes and squeezes the glove. Morneau makes the nice play. Chase Utley, the lefty, 6'10". That's a ballpark single chance. Ballpark single chance is a 1-2, and that's not going to do it. That's going to be a liner to shortstop. So Logan does his job, gets the lefties, keeps this one within striking distance, and that's the end of the 7th. That'll close the book on Burnett. And it did already. I guess there was nobody on base. And Scooter Gennett is now up. And let's see, Jared Cozart, he got a 1-2-3 inning last time, so they're gonna keep rolling with him. 1-11 is a dribbler back to the pitcher. Cozart calls his own number, and he tosses over to the first baseman for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Aaron Hicks, the switch hitter, is now up against Cozart. 1-7 is a pop out to short. Shortstop Tulo makes the play. 2 down. And Boone Logan will not be hitting here. With 2 outs. They're going to get Billy Burns. Billy Burns will pinch hit. He's a switch hitter. And I'm not sure he may have had an at-bat, but I can't remember it. Let me double check here real quick. Billy Burns, oh, I guess he has had some at-bats. He's 8 for 22, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 4 ribbies. All right, so he's been pretty good so far. I guess I just don't remember it. He is pinch hitting here in the 7th. And Jared Cozart will greet him. Jared Cozart greets him with a 5-6. And a 5-6 is a strikeout. So rudely. He rudely greets him. That's the 7th strikeout for Cozart. And now he is through 7 innings. All right, so we need a new pitcher, and that new pitcher will be Tommy Lane, the left-hander. So the lefty, Tommy Lane, takes over. Boone Logan went 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no strikeouts, no walks. Thank you for joining me. If you like this, why don't you give it a thumbs up? Let me know, send me a comment. Let me know if you like it. Jackie Bradley Jr., and he is struck out, walk, and flied out to left field. This is a 5-9, which is a 1 chance. You have a 5% chance at getting a double, and that's not going to do it. That's going to be a fly ball to right. And that's the first out of the 8th inning. Now the catcher, Martin Maldonado, to the left-hander, Tommy Lane. That is a 1-6. 1-6 is a walk, so walking the guy right before the pitcher. That's not a good strategy, Tommy Lane. And in doing so, Jared Cozart is going to make way. Pitched 7 innings, had a pretty good start. And so they're going to go to the bench, and they're going to pinch hit with Angel Pagan. Pagan is their main pinch hitter, though he hasn't done very well. Let me write his name down, and I'll give you his numbers. Pagan is 1 for 8 so far. He's got a homer, 3 ribbies, but 3 strikeouts. He's not been a great pinch hitter. I know it's a tough job to do, but he hasn't been great at doing it. But here he is, the Tommy Lane, with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Man on, and Martin Maldonado. It's a 4. Oh, Tommy Lane is a lefty. It's a 4-12, and that is a pitcher X. The pitcher is Tommy Lane, and he is a pitcher range 4. 411 is going to his E rating, which is an E0. So we know an E0 is a ground ball A. So that is going to be a 1, 4, 3 double play. So Pagan, I mentioned his struggles, and that is just not going to get it done for a pinch hitter. Grounding into a double play to end the inning and end the top half of the 8th. That also takes Jarred Cozart out of the ball game, and they're going to go to Pedro Villarreal. Villarreal is their one righty that's not a long reliever. So he's been getting a lot of work. So Cozart went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. I'd say that's a pretty darn good start for Jarred Cozart, given what that card is. That card is not that good, and he has been a pretty good starter this season. But see if Villarreal can maintain that lead to Mookie Betts. And this is a 4-8. 4-8 is a fly out to the center fielder, Osuna. That's the first out. DJ LeMahieu, who tripled in a run his last time up, the league leader in triples. And let me move that box. It's a 2-8. A 2 out. 2-8 is a single. So LeMahieu's average is back up to 500 as he gets a single here. And now Christian Yelich is up. And let's check. Martin Maldonado is a -2 arm. LeMahieu, he likes to steal. It's a 1-15. They're holding him, so it's a 1-13. Maldonado's arm is a -2, so it's a 1-11 if he was to try to steal. Christian Yelich, he could hit and run. He'd be a B hit and runner. Those two columns are pretty good. He doesn't quite have, well, he does have a 7. His 7 on the 3 column is a double play ball. Let's see. Should we should we hit and run? No, I think they're going to let him swing away. Just see what happens. So it's a 5-6. A 5-6. Well, this is looking good. A 1-8 is a triple. It is an 8. And so Yelich triples home DJ LeMahieu. And after all that talk of hitting and running, Christian Yelich just throws out a triple. And LeMahieu scores from first. And this one's getting closer. The tying run is on third base with Buster Posey aboard. And 1 out. So do we walk Posey to get to LaRoche? Or you walk Posey and go to the lefty? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to walk Buster Posey. And they're going to bring in a new pitcher to face LaRoche, the lefty, Murnell, the lefty, Jeanette, the lefty. So Villarreal cannot get the job done. And they have to go get... Aaron Loop is in the one of the candidates. No, you know what? They're going to bring out Tony Sip. Tony Sip will come on, trying to get out of this jam. Villarreal could not close the door. He went a third of the inning, gave up 2 hits, no strikeouts, and he has a walk. All right, so here's some drama. Adam LaRoche steps in. Tony Sip, the lefty. Infield is back, trying to get a double play ball. And 1-4 is a ground ball to the pitcher. Tony Sip wheels, throws it to second, on to first, and that is a 1-4-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Atlanta. Sip makes it happen, calls his own number, and gets the double play to end the threat and end the inning. They do score. It's 4-3, but Sip just coming in and getting exactly what the doctor ordered. So now with Headley, Ozuna, and Tulo headed up, the Los Angeles Duo are going to get Corey Nebel. And he will make his pitching debut today. Lots of changes here. So Lane went an inning, no hits, no runs, no strikeouts, and a walk. And Corey Nebel, is it Nebel? I'm not sure. He will take on Chase Headley here in the top of the 9th. 6-5. That's a grounder to the shortstop. The shortstop is Jeanette. We rolled a 13. Jeanette is not carded for a 13 or for shortstop, so that is a single. Chase Headley is aboard with a single here in the top of the 9th. And the heart of the order has given Los Angeles problems. And Osuna is up 2 for 3 today. A walk, a single, a double, line out, a sharp line out to short. And 3-6 is a grounder to the third baseman. Morneau kind of bobbles it, throws it to second for the first out, and they can't complete the double play. So that's a fielder's choice. 5-4. So Osuna switches places with Headley on the base paths, and that's the first out of the 9th inning. Troy Tulowitzki now 0 for 3 today with a man on first, 1 out in the 9th inning. Corey Nebel pitches to him. That's a 6-10, and this one is to Morneau again. This time he picks it clean, and he's able to throw it and make the double play to end the top of the 9th inning. So Justin Morneau, the makeshift third baseman, seems like every ball since he's come in has been hit to him. And this one is 4-3 going into the bottom of the 9th. Tony Sip, who did his job, is going to make way for the closer, Luke Gregerson. So Tony Sip went 2/3 of an inning The book is closed on Villarreal. He gave up a run. But Sip, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no strikeouts, no walks. And the closer, the lefty, Luke Gregerson, comes out of the bullpen. And he will face the heavily left-handed lineup here. Let's look at our bench. We've got Byron Buxton and Yadi Molina on the bench. And perhaps if anybody... Actually, Luke Gregerson is right-handed. I'm sorry. I wrote that down incorrectly. So they're going to stick with Morneau against the righty. Here we go. Bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth. Gregerson pitches to Morneau. That's a 2-11, and that is a ground ball to the pitcher. Gregerson scoops it up, tosses it over to first, and that's the first out of the inning. Scooter Gennett now. Scooter Gennett 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. That's a 1-7. 1-7 is a pop out to short. And now there's 2 outs. And Aaron Hicks. Aaron Hicks, let's see. Should we pinch hit with Byron Buxton? No, Hicks's card is better. And he's hitting lefty. So we're going to let Hicks bat here. And that's a 4-3. And that is a fly out to right field. The right fielder, Markakis, squeezes it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And the Los Angeles duo go quietly in the ninth. And this one is over. Ball game. So that was a pretty fun and pretty good game. A lot of decisions late in the game that had to be made. And we'll get the totals here in 1 second. Let me put my cards back in line. Here we go. All right. Put these over here. So, let's see. The final was 4-3, or 4-3. Yep. There were no errors for Atlanta. None, surprisingly, for Los Angeles. There were Gregerson went 1 inning. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no strikeouts, no walks. He earns the save. As Jared Cozart able to hold on and get the win. Corey Knebel went 1 inning, gave up a hit, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks. And A.J. Burnett takes the tough luck loss. Actually pitched pretty well after the 2nd inning. Only gave up 7 hits and 6 1/3 innings. So Jared Cozart gets the win. Let's count the hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that jive here? I only have 8 hits. Let me check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 hits. So 8 hits for Atlanta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for Los Angeles. With 2 of those being from DJ LeMahieu. The winning pitcher, Jared Cozart. He moves to 3-0. The loser, A.J. Burnett. He moves to 2-1. And Luke Gregerson gets the save. And let me check and see how many saves he has on the year. He has 5 saves, so he's one of the league leaders in that category. So this has been fun. I appreciate you guys joining and watching in. The Atlanta Braviary moved to 9-3 and put the pressure back on Pittsburgh and Milwaukee and St. Louis ahead of them for the top spot in the KL. Los Angeles drops back to 500, 6-6 now. Los Angeles snaps their 1-game winning streak. Atlanta snaps their 2-game losing streak. And this one's a final 4-3. Glad you can join me. Go ahead and go over to Twitter at RNGIDP_strat. You can follow me there. I post all the score sheets, all the game day statistics after each game day is over, the standings, the cup bracket, all the information you want is over there. Or make sure to give us a like on this page right here and to leave a comment. Let me know if you're liking what you're seeing here. But that's all for now. I'm Craig, and thanks for watching.